economy, the seasons, styles of generations, all cyclical, where the mighty fall and the weak rise, except midgets. This is ever present in the parody of the AFFFL this year. Joining us today is a former Goliath and a person that has transcended himself from the league. He is the only owner to win consecutive titles. 3. He is the future first ballot Hall of Famer. He is the Unified Outlaws owner, Mike Lasik. For everyone watching at home, I'm Hugh Jass. Thank you for joining us. Mike, thank you for joining us as well. It's an honor to have you here for the Holiday Playoff Preview Show.
Not a problem, Hugh. It's my pleasure to be here, be a part of this, and as always, it's great to see you again.
Now, we have a lot to get to with the playoff picture. But let's first start out by asking, now that your season's over and you have a chance to reflect on all of your accomplishments, take us back to your first Super Bowl. What went on in your mind?
Well, Hugh, anytime you get to a Super Bowl, it's an exciting time. We had been there 2 years before. Of course, we came out on the losing end. But we're coming into this one with a little bit more experience, been there before, and just we're hungry to get that first championship.
What a time. Now tell me, Mike, was the first one your favorite, or was it the second, or third?
Well, if you're going to make me choose, even though the second one was the one that broke history, getting the consecutive championships, and the third one would probably put it out of reach for everybody else, I'd have to go with the first. You just always remember your first.
Oh, I always remember my first. Alright, now, looking back on this past season, which ended a little earlier than you'd like, tell me, what's your thought process and the next step?
Yeah, unfortunately it did end earlier than we'd like. But now we have the time, we're going to go back and kind of scout our rivals and just prepare for next year. It's really just back to the basics as a whole. This organization, I think we need to put a higher emphasis on the time commitment to the team. I see us as being in the realm of some of the other elite sports franchises. The Lakers, the Yankees, with them, and I'd say with us, next year and every year, it's championship or bust.
Now, this year, there's been no shortage of controversy in the league, some of which you've been a part of. With all this controversy, Commissioner Koziel has come under a lot of scrutiny. How do you think he's handled this?
Yeah, I'm sure we've all benefited at some point from a break from the commish. He's doing the best he can do. I think he's doing okay. It's never an easy thing to deal with disappointment, but we as a team, we have a little motto where we take a setback and turn it into a comeback. So what we're going to do is just next year, we're going to come back even better, harder, and just the league better be prepared for us.
That they better. Now, time to get to the playoff picture here. Tell me, who got in, who didn't get invited to the party? Is there more controversy?
Well, interesting you say that, but it'd actually be easier if I show you who made it. Alright, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but first, let's look at the playoff picture as it stands now. Somehow we have Kyle getting a bye week over Mark. Joining him is going to be Chris. Both of them will earn a free pass to the second round, earn some more money. Now, we have in our first week's matchup, Sarah with an in-house rivalry against Drew, Mark facing off against Kevin. Where the conspiracy lies isn't Drew, as he should not be there. Where his brother, Joe H. over here, on the outside looking in, a little sad, had the same record as him at 8-6. Beat Drew in the regular season, head-to-head. That should earn him the tiebreaker to get invited to the party. Now, if we had a college system in place where head-to-head matchups in the regular season don't matter, we'd be okay. But if we also had that system, yours truly would be in the playoffs because I won my division. Getting the best conference record should earn me a trip to a big-time bowl, aka the playoffs. So now we have Conspiracy, Joe H. on the outside, Frontiers. Give him a little bucket here. Finish those tickets.
Alright, I'm excited to hear your take on the playoffs this year. Tell me, who do you think is going to win it? Do you have any bold predictions?
Well, when I look at the lineups, the two teams that have the best talent, top to bottom, are the Barnum Heroes of Mark and the Armadillos of Kyle. Oddly enough, these are two teams that were affected by the Thigpen conspiracy that gave Kyle the bye week and left Mark a little thinner in the wallet. Though I like Kyle to win it all, I don't have to go far to make my bold prediction. The low-scoring team, the Touchdown Vultures, they'll surprise them in the playoffs. We've learned from the trails that I've blazed that a weak team in the regular season means nothing. The roster can be built for the playoffs and manufacture wins. I did it last year as a 6th seed, so just look at it, anything can happen.
Well, that wouldn't seem such a bold prediction, seeing as Chris and the Vultures have a first-round bye in the playoffs. But since they are the low-scoring team in the playoffs, I guess it's bold enough. That's going to conclude our show. We'd once again like to thank Mike for stopping by and gracing us with his presence and his knowledge. I'm sure we all look forward to seeing what he and the Unified Outlaws can do to the rest of the league next year. So long, happy holidays, and we'll see you after the playoffs.
It's good to be king, if just for a while. To be there in velvet, yeah, to give them a smile. It's good to get high and never come down. It's good to be king of your own little town.